know what that means? We are here and you're there and we're ready to talk about wrestling because it's been a whole week of shit going on. Gentlemen, welcome into Hardway Wrestling. Even the ladies, I'm sure there's some ladies out there, probably some not very so attractive ladies, probably in this wrestling crowd, but whatever. We'll take them. I'm joined by Tricky, Ricky Walker, Scotty, Bodies, and the Mercenary, AK. And we're here to talk to you about what we think and how we feel about the wrestling this week. Boys, how we doing?
You
can't wait. I would tell you right now, all those intros hurt my chest.
Yeah. Getting too old for that shit.
I'm getting too old. That's what it is. I'm getting too old. Boys, how we doing? Welcome in.
Doing good. Apparently we can't wake Ricky up. He's over there snoozing and on his camera. He's just like
got the eye rubs going on.
Yeah. Do you don't work tonight, right? You're clear of the works.
No, I'm off tonight, but nice. I worked last night and sleeping during the day sucks.
Yeah, you're back on your crap schedule. I'm gonna tell you since I left my old job. I mean, my sleep is still a little wonky at times. I still wake up in the middle of the night and watch TV for 2 or 3 hours and go back to sleep for an hour and then go to work or whatever. But for the most part, I can tell you from experience, Ricky, that it doesn't fucking matter. You're still gonna. That's just you're trained that way. You've trained yourself that way for how many years? I did it for 25, however long you've been doing it.
5 months I was off after I broke my wrist and ankle, and I got back into a daylight schedule. I was on that daylight schedule, and it was perfect. Like, I'm tempted to go do a swanton off my roof right now and see if I can break another leg or ankle or something and get some time off so I can go back to living daylight life.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the night stuff. And again, my sleep schedule's my sleep patterns have gotten a little better. Again, I think most of it's because I'm just old. I think that's what it is. I'm old. I wake up, I gotta pee. It's just it's a whole thing. You young bucks don't know that yet. So, not young bucks as a super kick party, but
I mean, still we're not 50, but still gotta pee in the middle of the night, middle of the day, or whatever, and waking up to do so is better than pissing the bed.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The difference between you and me is you get up out of bed. I just stay there. I just stay there. Change the sheets in the morning. Scotty, AK, talk to me, babies. How are you guys? You guys are good to go?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
heck
sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting week so far, so I'm happy. But, I'm on my Friday, so I work 4 10-hour days. And then I get a Friday off, so I have a 3-day weekend. So I'm happy.
Is that how
Where do I sign up?
Yeah, is that how your schedule is now, or you just?
Long story short, I can make my own schedule. So I schedule everything as needed, and as long as I get the work done by Thursday, and come in at 40 hours, my boss is happy, and I can do take a 3-day weekend. So
I see you out there at those Keys games.
Yep. Enjoying the Keys games. Thinking about, I don't know when the next one is, but trying to plan to go to the next one whenever they're back in town. So
you got to make a trip up here to see the boxcars.
Yes, that's another plan. That's a plan for here pretty soon.
They're playing really well right now. I think they've lost 2. They're like 6 or 7-2 or something. They're playing really well.
Yeah, last year I went seeing they were like 5-30.
That's about right. Maybe they won 5. I couldn't tell you. AK, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling, man? You back to work yet? When do you officially go back to work?
I was gonna say I don't want to talk about work schedules here, so we're gonna pass that subject along. Well, let's just say I haven't been too stressed about work lately. As far as if you guys are having trouble sleeping, just turn on this week's Monday Night Raw, and trust me, you'll catch up on plenty of rest. I promise you.
Or this week's AEW, it'll just bore you to sleep. So.
Yeah, this week was a little different than previous weeks. So
we'll get on that. We're going to talk about Raw. We're going to talk about AEW. We're going to talk about all the releases that happened that happened what was it, Friday they did the releases?
Thursday or Friday.
Friday. So we're going to talk about those releases
like
and our thoughts, that kind of stuff. But first, let's get into a little bit of Pizza Cutter news. Now, I just got one story and one story only because we are jam packed here, and I do have a game at the end of the show that I would love to play with everybody. If we can,
we're not going to have time.
You don't think we're going to have time? Oh, I got all the time in the world. All right. Just a few days ago, it was released that the WWE released about 24 wrestlers due to budget cuts. According to Mike Johnson, a PW Insider. On top of that, we have Paul Levesque has been extended another few years. Recently, he recently agreed to a contract extension to remain with the company as the chief content officer. Sources told Johnson that is a multi-year deal contract, potentially as long as 3 years, according to Johnson. Triple H signed a new deal before WrestleMania 42 weekend. On April 18th and 19th. As WWE's chief content officer, Triple H is in charge of the company's creative team. He's been promoting the brand since 2022 following Vince McMahon's retirement. or call it budget cuts too. Triple H's father-in-law, who stepped down during an investigation of misconduct allegations. Triple H has faced immense criticism over the booking decisions of WWE's CCO. Notably, fans booed Triple H and chanted bad words at him during the post-show after Cena lost his retirement match to Gunther. Now, I need to know what your thoughts are about bringing Triple H in. I need to know how you feel about it. I need to know if you don't like it, who would you put in his place? Scotty, go.
So here's my thing, okay? When TKO WWE, that whole thing first started and Vince was completely out of the scenario, they were doing good. I think the problem has been not Triple H, but TKO sticking its finger into the pie of WWE so much that they're ruining the creative. I don't think necessarily Triple H is completely blameless, but I think Triple H's ideas have been so shot down and shot full of holes by the TKO members who want to get a little piece of this pie, a little piece of that pie, that it's made Triple H's booking job almost impossible to the point where now the show is pretty much barely watchable at this point.
Well, they brought Pat McAfee, and that wasn't Triple H's decision. So there is other factors outside.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I feel like in my
Scotty,
view,
you fell.
I fell.
Oh, there he is.
Think I covered them things up.
Triple H being renewed, I'm completely fine with. I think TKO needs to back its ass up, walk away from the booking world, and let Triple H book.
Kiss your mother with that mouth.
Yeah, and I love to. Anyways,
we just saw some Triple H's there too.
No, so back off. Let WWE let WWE creative do what it's gonna do. I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about. I'm done.
No, you're good. He's made a comment. It all hit at once.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Ricky. Give us your thought on Scott's Triple H's.
I agree. I agree with Scotty. The TKO meddling in there with the whole McAfee thing was just it was terrible for Mania, and the whole thing with Triple H in the last year that kind of derailed a lot of the good storytelling was the amount of injuries that popped up. So the panic that they had to rewrite a lot of what they were planning on doing, especially for WrestleMania. I mean, you can't entirely fault him for that. Like everybody that's joined the Vision's gone down pretty much. And that was one of their main storylines, especially on Raw. So Can't fault Triple H for that. I'm glad they re-signed him to another contract. Hopefully he'll get some better luck with the health of his wrestlers and these up and coming NXT stars to help make the show better.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board with these guys. I think TKO has put their hands in a lot, and to an extent, I understand. Like, they have a lot of partnerships to please. You got ESPN, you got Netflix. They see the potential in bringing in a Pat McAfee for a storyline, and I get they're new to the business themselves, so they're still trying to like trial and error some things on their own, but it is coming at the expense of Triple H because it's his name and he's the face of creative, and I think he's the best guy for the job. I don't think he's replaceable at this point. I think that to have somebody at his level of experience and, it just ties into business for as long as he's had, like, again, being on the McMahon family regime, like, he's got to see that side of things for a very, very long time. And I really love it that we have a partnership between Triple H on the main roster. We got Shawn Michaels in NXT, so they have that mutual respect to develop talent and push them forward. And then you have Undertaker over there in AAA, who's like really doing his own thing down there. With that trio, to be honest with you, that's my favorite trio in wrestling, So I'm very, very happy with WrestleMania 2018, But I'm really, really satisfied with Triple H's efforts that he's been trying to do in spite of all the adversities he's had. We talk about injuries and some of the other curveballs, but I think he's doing a good job. And I really want to see him get more of that freedom so we can see, TKO kind of step back a little bit and say, hey, we trust you. Here you go.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with you guys too. I don't know that there is anybody that can replace Triple H at this point. If you brought Shawn Michaels up, then NXT would suffer. And NXT is actually a pretty good brand right now. This group that's coming up might be one of the better groups that's come out of NXT in a very long time. And at least since they switched from the rainbow, from the black and gold to the rainbow group. But I think the problem we're all seeing is it's not booking is not number one.
Yeah,
it's about making revenue and about making money. And AK, you hit the nail on the head with, they have other people to please. It's the stockholders. It's it's ESPN. It's all the different 300 commercials you see. All the people who buy sponsorships and ads and that kind of stuff. So, and even though the booking has been way down, in my eyes, hasn't been the greatest. I don't know about way down, but in my eyes, because we've seen way worse. Vince, his last 3 years, Vince was there. Oh God,
it was terrible. Made AEW look phenomenal.
It really did. It made AEW look like a real ass player. So, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, buddy? I just. Will booking get better? Yes, and Ricky's right. He got dealt a bad hand, but you got to be able to pivot, right? You got to be able to pivot with this kind of stuff. You got to be able to, you got to be developing on top of developing, right? There's always got to be the next man up. And that's it's almost that football mentality. If you're not developing your linebackers behind Ray Lewis and Ray goes down, you're crushing your linebacker.
Or he gets charged for murder.
Right. Or he gets charged for murder. Right. Then you got that. But again, I can always put that on the Ravens. Man, we just pivoted away to football, but Ray went down. Ray was injured. Or Ray was getting ready to retire. Who was next up? Bart Scott, right? They were always developing. That's the same thing that WWE should be always doing, because these guys are high flyers. They're doing more now, more athletic now than they've ever been, and there's going to be more injuries. That's just how it is. Look at Io. How long before Io doesn't get up from one of those
time she does a tope, I hold my breath now.
Yeah. So again, is there someone that can replace Triple H at this point? I don't think so. Not without shaking up the whole thing. And one thing that he's got going for him that Vince does not have or did not have, he's easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Right. How many stories do you hear about people standing out in front of Triple H's office, waiting for 3 or 4 or 5 hours so they can get 5 seconds with the guy? The guy is hands on.
Yeah.
The guy's absolutely hands on. and for every
the
show, every
morale has been way higher under Triple H than it ever was for Vince.
So
Absolutely.
you're always going to have your Triple H haters because some people just don't understand the business like that, and I'm not one of them. So good on him for being around for 3 years.
Shawn Michaels told us the future. He once said D-Generation X would rule the world, would own or run the World Wrestling Federation, and it may not be the WWF anymore, but WWE, and he was right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he got rid of the dead weight.
Now we just got 2 words for him. No.
Extension.
Extension. Yeah.
That's one word.
Extension package. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. What's up in the chat? Jeremy Jones in the chat.
T-Bone.
Oh, it's old T-Bone.
Old T-Bone's in the chat, man. All right, let's get into a little bit of Raw.
Raw was from Laredo, Texas. It kicked off with a vignette with the Usos.
This crowd was hot, by the way. This is a hot crowd.
Kicked off with Roman and the Usos, and Jimmy and Jay were trying to warn Roman that Jacob Fatu's motivations, he's dangerous and he's unhinged. And he warns him that if he loses to Fatu, he would lose everything, including Nula Fala, and insists there must be consequences. And Roman proclaims them that they are the first family now, not the bloodline.
I love it. Listen, I crapped all over Jimmy a month ago or a couple months ago about how he's like the odd man out, but he's doing some of his best work right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just by being in the vicinity, saying, I kind of agree with Fatu. I kind of agree with him that he wants what you have. He wants to step his game up. He wants new shoes. He wants better schools. And that was a great vignette between all 3 of them. You could see that the Roman is like brought himself down, brought them up to his level when it comes to doing the vignettes and not talking down to them and not telling them, why are you still here? Get out. This is a different bloodline for sure.
It's to serve with him, not to follow him.
Right.
Yeah.
Or to be a servant, as he said. Then we get Seth Rollins. We get a promo between him and Breaker. Rollins says Roman Reigns is walking around with his world title and he's concerned with Breaker right now, the man who cost him at Mania. Rollins says Breaker isn't ready, but Breaker disagrees, and Rollins challenges him to a match at Backlash. And if you could see the behind Breaker's head, the chair shot last week had some staples in the back of his dome. Seemed to be a good week for getting staples in the back of the head. Saw Ruka, who missed the back table on her fall from the podium, the stage on the NXT show.
This was another great promo. I mean, Braun Breaker is on a different level, and we don't even see it yet. Right now, we are not even seeing the full potential of Braun Breaker, and the fact that he told Seth that he's really good at being number 2.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. He said you're not even number 2 in your own family, Steiner.
Oh my God.
So then we get a backstage Judgment Day attacking Stephanie Vaquer. I don't know if that's the right. What the fuck did you put on there?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's going to take her out of action for a while.
Oh, never mind. I was looking at what Scotty put in the thing.
Sorry.
So yeah, it kind of looks like they're going to write her off for a while. Then we get a match between Rusev.
Is it me or is it? I just don't have anything for Stephanie Valkyrie's wrestling. I just don't have anything for her.
I like. She's good. She's really good. I think this is the right time. They didn't need to do this. They could have just let her take the break after Mania.
Yeah.
Why?
And again, I think this was the result of Naomi's pregnancy. They had to push her, I think, a little faster than they may have wanted to.
Yeah, you're right. I think they did fast.
Naomi had just got that title. and then she announced she's pregnant. Obviously, Stephanie was the #1 contender at the time, so I highly doubt they were going to take it off of Naomi had she not been pregnant.
No, it would have been a WrestleMania match for sure.
Yeah, but Stephanie Bakir was definitely going to be streamlined to that title with her global influence and like, you know, the impact she makes. She was definitely going to be in a world title match at WrestleMania either way. So it kind of worked in our favor that she got the title run, and now we get to see Liv's time, you know, because like you guys said, it would have been a Naomi Stephanie Bakir WrestleMania otherwise, and I truly believe that for sure.
And like we've already said, Liv is probably the best female heel that we've got on the roster right now.
Oh, in wrestling right now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We got
Are you saying Thekla? Thekla is
Thekla?
not the. You saying Thekla is not one of the greatest women? Thekla is she not one of the greatest women?
What?
Thekla is not
with all these bitches around her. With all these dumb bitches around her.
I just like sky blue around her.
Okay.
Yeah.
My days are not blue when I see sky blue. Never mind.
Corny. You're not listening. You know that, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
You're not be that corny.
Anyway,
Sky Blue in the chat.
Hey.
Intercontinental Champion Penta defeats Rusev in a non-title match. Ethan Page out there watching the match at the end. Penta gets beat up by or starts getting back at Rusev, and Ethan Page jumps in. And then it turns into a 2-on-1, and Javon Evans comes out to make the save. So it looks like we've got 4 guys hot into the Intercontinental title picture right now. Who takes it off of Penta?
Oh, Javon Evans, baby.
Yeah. Well,
I think it'd be cool. Rusev got
it. No, you got to give it to the heel for give Jovan that match, right?
Yes.
So it would be really, really, really cool if they gave it to Ethan Page. You know, like just seeing the momentum he got coming onto the main roster. I know I've been watching him in NXT, and he's definitely like made an impact down there for sure. But man, everybody's already doing the gimmick, and you know, like he's coming pretty hot, and I love him as a heel. You know, like I think he's one of those guys who you can tell it's really a part of his personality, almost comparison to like an MJF, where he doesn't have to try hard to be all ego. Like it's just a second nature to him, and I'm really a huge fan. Huge fan.
Yeah, same. I think Ethan takes it for now, and then you build Javon up and give him a little more time, and then boom, like when the time is right, have him take it off of Ethan. And I think like get Ethan some serious heat, and like I think Ethan can do it because Ethan was getting some really good heat down in NXT.
Already got it. He's already got it.
But like pump it up and then watch the crowd go crazy when they take it off of him and put it on Javon. So, you know.
Moving on to the women's Intercontinental title, Becky Lynch comes out to celebrate her Mania victory over AJ Lee. Says she's won 4 different titles at Mania and also holds the record for the most Mania victories for a woman. And said she's coming for the Undertaker's record. Yeah, okay. Becky issues an open challenge, and Io Sky answers. Becky defeats Io with the help of Asuka behind the referee's back, and every time Io goes through that damn suicide dive through the ropes, I hold my breath.
Io can cuss a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Io scares the shit out of me. I love when she does that top rope drop kick. And she kip up and it kip up into the. I love it.
Yeah, makes my pants fall down for some reason. Anyway, so Asuka continues her attacks, and there was a "We Want Kyrie" chant.
Yep.
During the match.
Yeah. They reports came out that she wanted to go back to Japan, but that's not true. That's not true.
You don't think so? You don't think she wanted to go home?
No,
I mean she was on a flight like the next day.
She came out. Well, yeah. I mean, she's a genius of the sky. No, that's
Io.
No, she jumped on a ship. She jumped on a ship.
There you go. She walked the plank.
Fuck.
No, she came out. She came out and tweeted that that wasn't why.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I'll say I'm excited that we're gonna get Io and Asuka, another Backlash match that we're looking forward to. Again, those two together have such a great chemistry. Asuka definitely has been holding her own for a while now, but it's good to see her back in singles action. And then for her to be able to shine again, I would love to see her work her way back up the ranks. And the fight maybe when Stephanie returns, like I would love that to be a big fight feel between Stephanie Vaquer and Asuka down the road somewhere. That'd be really dope.
Yeah, I kind of feel like after seeing this whole thing start, they're going to do with Io what they did with Tiffany Stratton and kind of bump her back into the mid-card picture.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As long as she's on TV, I don't care. Moving on. LA Knight backstage tells the Usos he doesn't like that they've teamed up with Roman again, and they've both managed to be successful without him. And the Usos told him it's family business, and LA says that it's now his business. Joe Hendry, the new signing of Raw, came up with his new song, Can We Fire Logan Paul? It was pretty comical. The crowd was going nuts.
You're not going to fire me. You can't fire me.
They had the lighters, the lighters lit up, and the crowd was singing the song. I think, was it Michael Cole was singing the song too?
Yeah.
Terribly, but I might add.
What?
Go ahead.
What a fucking debut for Joe Hendry, right? Like for the Raw crowd that's not accustomed to his concerts, they were definitely entertained, definitely got involved, and that's exactly the presence he needed to bring to the big stage. And again, to go at Logan Paul is an easy target, really fun. My wife was listening. She was on her phone while I was watching it, and she heard him starting to sing, and then she just immediately got engaged. And she's like, man, I used to fucking hate that guy, but I really, really started waving my hands during this song. And I'm like, that's fucking entertainment, damn it. Entertainment.
She believes.
Oh, now she does.
She believes in Joe Hendry. So Theory and Hendry come out and are bragging about being World Tag Champions. They begin to attack Joe Hendry, and the Street Profits come out and make the save. Again, they look very well, very good. I could see these guys taking the belts off of Theory and Logan Paul at some point here.
Let me interrupt you here. Here's Kyrie Sane's tweet. What I can say is I know there's been a lot of speculation, but I truly love this work, my teammates and my fans. I've never walked away, and I've given my all in everything I do. I hope you all are doing well.
Well, it's not a denial either.
She's never walked away.
She's not burning a bridge. That's what that is. Next match.
Be the second time they cut her. So
yeah. Get, Rey Mysterio defeats El Grande Americano. Sorry.
I don't think that's it.
No, you know what's funny? I saw a very interesting report. There's like 382 days that we haven't seen Chad Gable on TV, and it was like 200 and something days that we haven't seen Ludwig Kaiser, and we just can't figure out like why are they being held off TV so much?
Future endeavors.
Yeah.
I'm betting we're going to
see the job
coming up at the end of May when they have a mask versus mask match.
Do you think they'll be there?
Yeah.
That'd be odd, but yeah.
Thank you.
Obafemi defeats Grayson Waller very quickly after the match. Oba cuts a promo that it's now going to be the Open Challenge or the Oba Challenge for anyone that wants to prove their worth and step up to the ruler.
Who's challenging him at Backlash? Who does he start a feud with at Backlash? Or are you thinking of just saying probably the Miz? Probably the Miz.
Yeah, he's over getting cursed by Danhausen. Danhausen's breaking into his house and swimming in his pool. Yeah, I think. I don't think he's going to be on Backlash. That's what they're going to do. It'll be on Raw. he'll squash guys. It probably won't be until SummerSlam when he gets a big match. And honestly, I could see somebody like maybe Jacob Fatu having a battle with him at some point.
So it's funny you say Fatu because I was thinking
title picture. So Oba obviously is going to be in the world title picture at some point. So, yeah.
I think the best thing to do in this situation is close to what you're saying, but get him involved with the MFTs or a bigger group that he has to fight off. Let the big guy be outnumbered. And now, even if you want to throw a Solo Sikoa in there, now you have adversity in his match. Like, hey, these guys are some bad motherfuckers, and you only got one Obafemi. Let's see him dethrone, beat the shit out of all these guys on his own. Or, you talk about your mega bloodline that you can start up here after Fatu loses to Roman, and then bam, you have a whole clan that can go after Oba, and he can just take them out little by little,
But then that'll turn Roman's face right now. I can't imagine they're going to turn that whole faction heel just to go against Oba.
Do you consider Roman face, or do you consider him just on God's status?
I consider him leaning closer to face than he is a heel right now. And
I got him at a
Jay too.
I think let's see how things turn out at Backlash, because I think in this scenario, Jacob is the babyface going into this fight. So again, what tactics Roman uses to win will determine a lot. But I think they're still going to lean on the heel side with Roman as that arrogant, triumphant, this is my show type motherfucker, And that's just my perspective.
Gotcha.
To be continued. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez defeats Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, and boy, did Roxanne Perez get a hell of a pop in her hometown.
Wow.
I love Roxy.
Yeah, same here. She's very good.
Yeah.
And before that match, Liv Morgan tries to clear the air with Roxanne Perez from when she was out injured and how she stepped in and saying that they're family, and then Finn Balor after they leave and before Roxanne goes to the ring tries to convince her not to trust anyone. So
Roxanne Perez has that same aura that Liv has. The exact same aura. And when they decided they're going to put that title on Roxanne Perez, people are just going to love her just as much.
Yep.
So do we think that they're going to end up hitting Roxanne and Liv? And how soon do we think this is going to happen? Because we see the seeds being planted. I like that they didn't have them have a rift during that tag match, because you thought they were alluding to that a little bit, but they didn't do it, which I appreciated. But is this a slow burn for them to finally go after each other? And then can this be Roxanne's moment? Will it be Liv, the person she takes it from?
I think this is a slow burn. I think that there's no reason to rush this whole thing. And they're eventually going to find out that she's still talking to Finn.
Yeah.
I'm still wondering where Raquel stands on this whole thing, because if you remember,
Liv 6'3".
Yeah, Liv eliminated her during the Rumble. Liv cost her title opportunity against Stephanie Valkyria, but they seem to be still buddy. And I'm wondering if when it does come down to maybe Liv versus Roxanne, does Raquel turn on Liv?
I mean, it'd be a good way to build some adversity towards Roxanne.
Yeah.
She's got to take on not just Liv, she's got to take on the giant, right? Big what do they call her? Big
Mommy Cool.
Big Mommy Cool.
How did Braun Strowman fumble that?
Oh, she had a rash.
Apparently, I mean, if it wasn't there, never mind. Anyway, main event segment, Roman Reigns comes out to discuss his title match challenge from Jacob Fatu, basically saying that he made the World Heavyweight Championship relevant when that title was created in spite of him. And AK was it you that said that the man made the belt?
We discussed this the other day. We were and it's in one of our shorts and one of our clips where we talked about Roman making that title, and it's not the belt that makes the man, it's the
band that makes the belt, and that
he's
was
watching. Shout out to Roman in the chat.
And that was his quote on Monday night. Jacob Fatu snaps and goes after Roman, takes him out, and as Fatu's leaving the ring, Roman challenges him for the world title, or Roman accepts his challenge for the world title at Backlash.
Yeah, man.
That's how Raw goes off the air.
You know, again, it's a good way to get Jacob over, and I've said this online before, this week. You want to talk about putting your family on. Roman is literally doing it in front of our eyes, right? Like, Fatu's in the circle, and he's literally bringing him to the main event of a pay-per-view to fight for a world title. Like, that's how you build up your family, and they're doing it right in front of our eyes in the shoot, right? Like, they're like, hey, this is our team, and Roman is literally sitting at the head of the table. He brought Jay up, he's bringing Fatu up, he brought Solo up. Like, he's bringing these guys up to the main event picture in places they probably wouldn't have been, and they can't fight a bigger opponent other than Roman at this point. So again, he's not only making the title, but he's making the guys that he's going to fight with, including his family members, making Jacob look really strong recently. On SmackDown, Jacob destroyed the MFTs by himself while the Usos stood back and watched. Yeah. I love that the Usos were on the apron. They're like, we just want to see what you're going to do. They didn't necessarily act like they were going to help, but they were just to observe, and they're like, oh shit, this is a bad motherfucker right here. And I love that story they're building for him. And again, ideally he's not going to take it at Backlash, but it's still going to put him in a good spot to say, hey, this guy's contender for the title now.
And another note, I'm glad that there's technically right now it seems like there's no brand split, because Fatu just came right over from SmackDown. We've seen the MFTs came over to Raw. Was that last week or week before or whatever?
Jacob said he's coming to Monday night.
And it looks like we're going to get a CM Punk and Cody feud here at some point. So I'm all for that. Like, it just shows fresh if you can do the storylines right. So I was getting tired at one point of seeing Penta versus Chad Gable in the Alpha Academy for like 8 straight weeks, it seemed like, when he debuted.
Yeah, it looks like Punk might be heading over to SmackDown too. Looks like they've been dropping some viewership, and they're looking for somebody else to lead that charge. So it's a good segue to bring him over there. But yeah, it looks like after Mania, they're doing a lot of mixing up and testing waters, and to see where people are going to land for the next season. It looks like till we get past Backlash, we're probably going to see a lot of crossovers in the next couple of weeks.
I'm all for it.
Scotty, thoughts?
Not really. I mean, again, like I said before, I caught the clips of Raw and didn't really watch it all the way through, but it is what it is at this point. I'm not as down on it as I was, but I'm just kind of not looking forward to it either. It's just nothing really is sparking my interest right at this moment. So it is what it is.
That's because your boy Punk isn't the champion anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
Give me a little Scott takes. All right, AK, let's get into a little bit of you want to cut I'll let you go in what order. Let's just stay with WWE. Let's talk about NXT. We already said it earlier. This class that just came up might be one of the top classes.
Yeah. I was looking at the lineup, right? We got Joe Hendry, we got JC Jane, Ethan Page, Sol Ruka. And last on NXT, Ricky Saints made a farewell speech to NXT. And said expect to see him on Friday night SmackDown. So he did go in depth about his journey. He said it hasn't been easy to transition, but from his first night at NXT, when they all said Ricky Starks, and we're excited to see him, and he was happy that people knew who he was. And then now moving on to the main roster, and he asked everybody supporting him in his journey in NXT to follow him up to SmackDown. And again, we talked a little bit about Sol Ruka too. Ruka's going to be a game changer up there. She's been ready, and now it's her time to strike. But a lot of this class right here, it actually started from the Trick Williams.
Don't forget Oba's in there too.
That's what I'm saying.
Trick
Jovan. It started from that group, And then Carmelo Hayes, those four guys led the way of this pact. But now this whole class of NXT is our future. This is our future main eventers. This is our future for the next 10 to 15 years that we're seeing pop up for the first time on Raw and SmackDown these next couple of weeks. It's awesome. I'm going to go a little bit on NXT really quick. I didn't catch all of the show, but I caught some really good parts in it. Especially, we had Tony D'Angelo coming out. He's now a marked man for the NXT title. He had contenders coming from all directions. And then, of course, we had the debut of Evil in NXT. So for those of you guys who don't know, Evil has been a huge impact in New Japan. I'm glad they're giving him the stepping stones to go into NXT first instead of bringing him to the main roster. I think he would have drowned up there. So now we're getting to see him step into straight for the NXT title to go against Tony D'Angelo, or at least to say that he's here.
Hey, he's in the chase. Somebody about to get whacked.
Yeah. But again, Evil is a good addition to the card, especially with all the talent that they've been losing. You need some big players and heavy hitters. So that was really cool to see there.
I think Evil's much better in a faction. And I'm afraid, he's going to have a really good impact in NXT like Shinsuke did. But I think once he gets up onto the main roster, man, I hope they have some good plans for him, because he will. You're exactly right. He will just disappear.
Don't Shinsuke him.
Yeah.
It's hard to say because, again, I'm not a huge Evil fan from Japan. I respect his work. But again, like with the whole Bullet Club gimmick that they did, it didn't resonate well with me. I'm a Bullet Club mark, and that was one of the more disappointing times in Bullet Club history. So it's like, they all
can't be Finn, right? They all can't be Finn.
Come on, man. We had Finn, we had Omega, we had AJ, we had some Switchblade. Come on, bro. Come on, don't get me started. Cody's the last on the list. It's like, but again,
the NWO.
Do what?
Not as bad as the NWO. I watched Chris Van Vliet podcast with I think he had Billy Gunn on his show and talking about how DX was they weren't letting anybody into the group. It was just a set 5 basically.
Yeah.
And he asked Billy Gunn how many people he thought were in the NWO, and he said 97. And Van Vliet was like, reverse the numbers, and you're exactly right. 79 total members over the years of NWO people. Jesus.
Including the worm, Dennis Rodman.
Who showed up. He had an NWO shirt on for the Hall of Fame.
Other than that, guys, anybody else have any take on Evil before I move forward to the next segment? All right. We had Evan Bourne. He's in this rivalry with Dark State right now. It looks like Dark State might be looking at a moment of collapse coming soon. I said Miles Bourne. I say Evan Bourne.
You said
Evan.
God damn it!
My bad.
With names.
Miles Bourne.
So you're gonna Lee and Jay Briscoe.
They all look alike.
Yeah. But Dark State looks like they're going to collapse, and they need it though. Those guys are really good individual talents, and it looks like their time is run. And I think they should start fighting each other. I think it'll be good stories to have. With the history they have over the past year together. And they can do some really good storytelling on NXT. Again, in a time where they need to develop individual stars and bring up the next group up, I think it's a good push right there. And speaking of future stars, holy shit. I had the privilege to see this competitor fight in a dark match before their debut on the last episode of NXT, but Nikita Lyons made her return to NXT in a singles match against debuting on TV, Lizzie Rain. Now, guys, if you haven't heard, Lizzie Rain is a fucking rock star, literally something out of the 80s fucking poster, blown out hair, super high energy. Like, man, again, when I saw her in that dark match, I was like, damn, how long has this girl been fighting? Why have I never seen her before? The energy is just through the roof. And then she has this kick-ass finisher called Thunderstruck, where she does like a step-up head kick. Very fucking clean.
Actually pretty cool.
Very good match. Nikita Lyons again. Nikita Lyons is, I think she's underrated in ring. I really enjoy her work. She has great character gimmick, but she's, teetering on consistency. So that's why they got her playing around. But it was a great first opponent for Lizzie Rain to come in to show her skills. And if you guys didn't see it, at least look at the highlights online because she was fucking phenomenal. Anybody
Check out
catch
that
it?
finisher. That finisher is pretty wild.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
It's
Anybody
no
else
soul
catch that match?
snatcher. It's no soul snatcher, but it's pretty good.
Other than that, that's my NXT wrap up right there. Again, there's some other things in development on NXT, but I kind of want to lean a little bit more. A lot of things happened on Wednesday night, last night in AEW Dynamite, and I know AEW doesn't get a lot of love on this show, so I'm here to bring a little bit of hope back for AEW.
I love AEW at times. It's just Scotty's fault.
Yeah, fucking Scotty.
Scotty's got some anger towards it. I actually think AEW over the last couple weeks has been much better.
Couple weeks, great. They won't hold it.
So we start off by Darby Allin. We know Darby Allin is going to fight Brody King in the main event of the show, but they have a way of words, and then we find out that the winner of MJF and Kevin Knight is going to fight the winner of Brody King and Darby Allin. So we go into the match. It's MJF versus Kevin Knight.
Yep.
Yeah. And the match is for the TNT title also. So TNT title is on the line. Championship match. And I will say I understand the logic in it to an extent. But I didn't like it. So what happens is
the finish goes. AK. They can't. There's no dividing line between heels and faces, man.
Listen to the finish. All right. For those of you that didn't see, MJF tricks the referee. He does a gimmick with the belt. The referee's distracted trying to get the belt out of the ring. MJF goes into his drawers, pulls out his diamond ring, winds up, and then boom, gets hit in the nuts with another low blow. Another low blow into a small package, and now Kevin Knight has beat the guy who beat Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega. The list goes on, and he got outsmarted. MJF got outsmarted again.
Biggest heel.
By a babyface with a heel tactic. My mind is fucking blowing. I need to hear Cornette. We need Cornette on the show for this one.
Oh, wait, hold on. Funny? Scotty, you get ready to go off here? Hold on.
It's time for No, Scotty, you know what? I'm even going to let Scotty take this one. Take it, Scotty, please. They deserve whatever you're giving to them.
All right, so here's again, my take on this is very, very simple. Like, why let your best heel, the guy that is going to draw you the most money, go down like that, be outsmarted, like AK said, outsmarted with a heel tactic by the babyface? You're going to let him go down, and then you're going to let Kevin Knight go on to face the winner of the world title match? I'm sorry, excuse me? You're going to put Kevin Knight, little puny pipsqueak Kevin freaking Knight, and Jason just left, puny pipsqueak Kevin Knight, you're going to let him go and face the world champion? Like, what the heck? Like, that doesn't make a lick of sense, because Kevin Knight isn't even ready for the big time. He isn't even ready for that TNT title. They just gave it to him for no apparent freaking reason. I think it was whoever.
It's because Kyle Fletcher is out injured. They had to relinquish the belt.
Yeah, this might be the first. So they had to put it on somebody. So they put it on the little pipsqueak Kevin freaking Knight. No,
this might be the first time in history that we have a world title match, a heavyweight title match
between two non-heavyweights
with the combined weight of under 300 pounds. Like,
yeah, Scotty, you outweigh both of them.
Huh? Yeah, I outweigh both of them. I squashed both of them flat. Like, seriously. No, this is so freaking stupid. And like, again, this is why I don't watch AEW. This kind of stupidity.
That doesn't work for me.
No, I'm done.
Brother.
I am freaking done. And again, I will throw it out there.
with their
throw it out
heavyweights
there.
being 190 pounds soaking wet, if they create a cruiserweight division, I'm signing my son up.
Yeah. The cruiserweight division is the heavyweight championship. That's the cruiserweight division right now.
That's true.
Now,
When I saw this last night, I went, I know that somebody somewhere is going, what in the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing? Hardway Wrestling talks about it every week, the dividing line between heel and face, that there is none when it comes to AEW. And we did not need that. Kevin Knight, unless at some point, because he's got this little cocky thing to him that I could see him turning on Spitball and becoming a heel, and you could see where it developed into that. That would make sense to me, that his head is, he's beat MJF now. He's beat, who else has he beat?
His mom. I mean, who knows?
Kevin Knight. Who else has he beat?
I don't know.
He won that gauntlet match, right? His head is this freaking big now, right? And I can see them moving him into a heel, which I think, I don't know if there'll ever be a dividing line, but I can see them moving him into a heel with persona with this whole uppercut thing.
Where's Pineapple Pete at, by the way?
He was leaking stuff to the WWE, and they ended up getting rid of Pineapple.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who?
Actually, no, it was the other way around. Didn't he go to WWE Performance Center and was leaking stuff?
I can't remember. That was during COVID, but it was funny. Jericho used to always make fun of him.
Pineapple Pete. I think Jericho put him over.
He did.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go in any particular order right here, but you said Jericho, so you got me thinking Jericho. They're still dragging on this Jericho Ricochet rivalry, trying to build Ricochet up, and Jericho had a segment. They jumped him again. It looks like they're going to just really try hard to keep Jericho competing with people that are athletically fit. And then also he's going to try carrying the weight on the microphone. And I guess it's the best for both of them at this point, because again, like, who gives a shit about Ricochet other than this story here? And Jericho too, like, he's back, but like, where's his relevance? Like, we're not expecting him to go for a world title again. Like, it's one of the things why I was a gift and a curse to get Jericho back. Again, I love seeing Jericho on TV, but then I just knew that he was going to just fall into this weird abyss that I feel like he's going. Now, I may be wrong, and you guys might see it differently, but again, for me, this isn't what I want to see for Jericho either right now.
Jericho is the Mark Briscoe. Jericho is the name any ROH talent that's stuck down in ROH right now. Jericho is that guy that's now here, and he's just a name. That's it. That's all it is.
He'll have a new faction as soon as Tony Khan signs some of the WWE releases.
Oh my goodness. The new outsiders.
Yeah, it'll be like him, Joe Gacy, Dexter Loomis, or whoever the hell.
Could you see a wide 6 and the Painmaker? Oh my goodness. I'd be down for it.
Okay. Moving on. Speaking of old WWE talent, Edge and Christian had another tag match this week. They were versing RPG Vice. Edge and Christian actually didn't look bad in the ring. You're seeing the age on them for sure. Edge is looking like he's just Page. I don't know, Cope Page. Yeah. Just looked like he's gasping for breath in there. But the finish is cool. They had a little tag finisher there where Christian hit the spear, and it was a nice little, whatever. But again, they're just hanging around, and I'm just waiting for retirement on these guys at this point. I like them as individuals. I love their careers. But at this point, again, they're not even putting much talent over, So they're going into this program again, FTR. They're running this cycle with FTR. Eventually, I imagine they're going to win the tag titles and have their tag team run as champions. But then after that, where do they go? What do you see happening with Edge and Christian, and what do you want from them?
Here's what I see. Here's what I see happening with Edge and Christian.
Deportation.
Yeah, please. Deport him back to Canada. No, here's what I see happening with Edge and Christian. They debut a new finisher at the end of their FTR match. It's instead of the concerto like they used to do with the double chair shot, they decided to do the double spear. But in miscalculating, they end up headbutting each other, doing the double spear, getting massive concussions, and then they go back to Canada.
Scotty, worst booker of the year.
Fired. Fired.
Actually, it's better than what they're doing right now. I'll take it.
How about you, JC? What is your thoughts?
I think that they're going to get their tag team run, but I think there's going to be it'll have to be a career versus title match, and I think FTR should probably retire those guys.
Yeah, it'd be the right people to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll probably have the Bucks do it.
Yeah, that's
probably have the Bucks
happen. They're friends with the Bucks right now, I think, aren't they?
I have no idea.
Wait a minute, didn't wasn't it the Bucks that retired Sting? Or no, they were in the match.
They were in that match. Tag titles to Sting and Darby.
Yeah,
and
that's what they did. That's what they did.
Yeah, they kept Sting the champion, forever champion.
Dumbasses. Anyway.
Go ahead. Okay.
It's the right way to do a retirement, apparently. Everybody's like, "Oh, Cena should have had the Sting retirement." I'm like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, let him leave with the world title. Sure. What the fuck?
I'm leaving. Right, I'm going to ruin wrestling. Get the fuck out of here. Cena trying to run an AEW program on WWE TV.
That's funny because that's exactly what it sounds like. So what I considered a match of the night for AEW, and I was really excited when I knew the match was coming on. Ace Austin versus Okada. For you guys and for people out there who are not familiar with Ace Austin's work, the dude himself is just a fucking pure athlete.
He's
one of the hardest working. He's man, the dude's always been ripped, man. Like I worked with him on a show maybe 2 or 3 years ago. He did a seminar before the show. We ran a couple of drills and stuff like that. And I'll tell you, he's a super humble guy that works hard at his shit. Before our show, his house had recently burnt down. So he was going through all this personal shit at home and then still went out to North Carolina to make sure he kept up his obligations for a small promotion down there. And again, I just hearing his story and listening how hard he works, he deserves everything that's coming to him. I'm just hoping again that he doesn't get lost in that AEW shuffle, which it looks like it's already starting to happen a little bit. But then to put him in this match with Okada,
who's in the Bang Bang Club?
Nobody, because they're all injured.
Yeah, they're all hurt.
It's like
gone.
He's injured.
He's been gone for a while.
I think
is he gone? Like, is he gone?
No,
I don't think he's gone. I don't think he's gone. But I think he's been hurt for a while. It's been almost like a year and a half since the last time we've seen him, if not more. And then the Guns too. The Guns are out on injury right now too. So just a lot of bad luck on that side. I think one of them is. I don't think it's both. But again, you can't really have one without the other at this point.
So I thought they're juicing the one healthy ass boy.
I might have missed it then if they were. Cause I haven't seen Juice either. I've been watching
Juice was
an
on
episode
last
with
night.
Juice.
Juice was on. Yeah,
he's got like a hair.
He brought him to the ring. And then after Ace lost, he kind of jumped up on the ring and protected Juice from Don Callis.
See, right after the match, I ended up taking a little run, so I pulled a Scotty and went to the bathroom. So, but overall, great match though. Again, Okada with the Rainmaker for the finish. Again, as expected, Okada's been on a run for a while now as champion. I like what they're doing with him. I just think that when he drops that title, it's time for him to really shake up the world title picture a little bit. Seeing Okada fight with those guys, I can see him, beating up a Hangman. What's wrong? You don't like Okada either? What's up, Ricky? Go ahead.
No, I'm laughing at Scotty. I like Okada.
Jay White has been out since his last match was March 29th, 2025. on the collision, so nobody saw him there either. And he's out. He was out with he has shoulder surgery.
Ricky, Scotty, what you got, buddy?
No, Okada is done. Put him on the retirement bin. Get him out of there. He's like a freaking Fabergé egg. Like, he doesn't go down when he takes bumps. He kind of just like crumples really slowly. No, the guy is done. Like, get his ass out of there. He's finished. He's over the hill. Like most of the old Japanese guys that Tony hires, like Ishii and who's the guy that broke both of his ankles in the same night? Shibata. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because that's why he broke both his ankles, because they took his brain out and replaced it with something. Yeah. So no, get rid of Okada. I'm done.
Who's still over though?
Yeah, right.
He's going to be the world champion.
I still wonder what happened to her. Kenny must have lost his desire for Japanese, his little Japanese fetish.
Okay.
So,
who's going to be? Who's going to be world champion in a couple of years?
Oh, Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, we went over that. Don't bring it up. This guy's gonna start losing his shit again.
He's already on full tilt.
Is he?
Yeah, just the trailer wheels.
So there's still a couple more parts of the show I want to go over, but the last match that I want to talk about, there's a couple others in there too that I'll get honorable mentions, but Darby Allin versus Brody King during the main event, a physical match as expected. This is why you like seeing these two paired up together. Brody's gonna fucking be super aggressive. Darby's gonna eat all the shit, and then to finish it off with a couple of coffin drops, and Darby Allin retaining the title. So it makes Brody King officially the person who has lost the most world title opportunities in AEW history, with like 57 at this point. I feel like everybody who's been world champion has fought Brody King as a champion and beat Brody King. So I think Brody King is done with title opportunities for a while, but that's probably not going to happen. But now we have Darby Allin versus.
You know what I want to see? I want to see that, Darby Allin, while he's world champion, climb Mount Everest and have somebody throw him off of it. I think that would be. I don't know.
He would land and be just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well,
that guy's a pumping machine. I don't know how that guy's not ever been injured.
He's like Gumby.
No, he got injured out of the ring. When he got hit by a bus, he got injured. He hurt his arm. All of his injuries.
Fucking bus.
Yeah.
So, what the fuck?
Yeah. So Kevin Knight and MJ or Kevin Knight and
Darby Allin next week,
which is going to end up being a schmoz. It's going to turn into a triple threat probably at the next.
Yes. And I think that show is scheduled to be a Collision Dynamite fusion show. So it's going to be a 3-hour show next Wednesday, because I guess they can't run Collision over the weekend. So they're going to make it one mega show. Finals. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, so you got a mega show, and it's a TNT Collision night. One of the last things I wanted to go over with this show, and I saved it for the later portion of it. Actually, honorable shout outs to some local talent that got displayed out in the DMV. We had Stephen Forte, who you guys might have seen out in WDWA and Voltage Wrestling. We also had an appearance again from Jordan Blade. Most of you guys might know her from being out in RVA Pro and all over the DMV area. Both of those talents, congratulations again for getting that opportunity to be on that stage. We love that AEW does incorporate more local talents in these opportunities and displays them out on TV and gives them that shine. So 1 second for the indie guys. One moment for the indie guys.
I'm going to tell you right now, when I was laying there half asleep last night, and when they announced Steven, and I was like, oh my God, it's fucking Steven. And I was like, oh my God, he's against Roosh. It's like, oh no.
Roosh, I didn't want to talk about the matches, all right? Absolutely. We're not going to talk about what they did to them, but we're going to just say that we're happy they got their moment, all right?
I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like Roosh is the stiffest person in the fucking world. and he absolutely
looks rough.
There's pretty white teeth out of Steven's mouth. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Good for Steven.
yeah, definitely.
He posted 4 hours ago, so he's out of the hospital.
And here's the closeout AEW show for me. One of the more interesting / troubling / I had very mixed emotions while watching the segment. It was with the formerly known BBC, or now the Death Riders. They were in the back locker room, and they were doing like a Fight Club kind of gimmick back there where they were sprawling and brawling. Will Ospreay comes in, and he's like talking to Moxley. He's like, man, he didn't confirm whether he's cleared or not, but he's like, I got to go to Japan and have my boys back. And then Moxley goes into this monologue about, I like that about you. You're loyal. And basically now it looks like we're going to see Will Ospreay be molded by Jon Moxley and join this Death Riders group. It looks like he's now going to be, they're taking their shirts off. He said he wants to take, in the words of Moxley, he literally said, I want to take everything off of you. So it got a little weird for a second.
BBC.
Yeah. But I'm glad he went to explain what he meant by that, about the layers of weakness in Will Ospreay. And you know what? The gift and the curse on this is that I think the Death Riders as a group is still very hard to read and play, like Pac's role in it and Cesaro's role, or whatever he's called today. But I think the good part in this is that we're going to see a deadlier Will Ospreay, and that's what I think we need to see now. I think we've seen the babyface Ospreay. We've seen him fight aggressively, but now we could see the ruthless side of Ospreay, which again can now put him into the world title picture in the future. And God damn it, Scotty, what now? Tell me how much you hate Will Ospreay.
No. I'm just. Here's what I was gonna say. Why did you take the guy that was gonna win the world title at Wembley and then pair him up with an idiot like Jon Moxley? Will Ospreay is fine by me. It's Jon Moxley that's the biggest like dingleberry on the face of the planet. Like the guy is like Plumber Moxley, like that's what Cornette always calls him.
Yeah, I actually like this. Hold
on a second, Jason. The thing that got me laughing though, AK, is when you said he was going to be a more deadlier Ospreay. I heard you say he's going to be a more Dudlier Ospreay. I'm like, what does Bubba Ray and Devon have to do with this?
At the tables.
Something get the tables, the catering tables. I actually think this is going to be. I think this is going to be good. Jon Moxley cut a promo last night. One thing that Jon Moxley does well is he talks, right?
Yeah. No, he talks too much
and bleeds.
And he bleeds. He's getting better about bleeding. But I think one thing that he does well is talk. And I thought his way he said to Ospreay last night was really good, and I'm actually excited to see where they go forward. Pac completely hates Ospreay. You can see that's a problem, and Ospreay's going to have to earn Pac or Neville's approval,
or just.
I think that's going to end up happening. I think you're going to see Ospreay run the gauntlet, throughout various nights between all of them, between Garcia, between Cesaro, between Pac. And then leading into another Moxley.
Maria Shafir.
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to lose to Marina. That's who he's going to lose to, and then he's out of the group.
Yeah. So. Damn.
He'll replace Pac once Pac's visa's got to get renewed.
He had to cut his hair so he could get through TSA, so they wouldn't recognize him. All right, good job, AK. All right, Scotty, let's get into it. We had a bunch of releases. Like we always do about this time of year. Never like to see people lose their job, but with the WWE, with as many people that are on the roster, or it is you got to cut the fat sometimes, right? So, Scotty, go ahead and take us through the list of trimmings.
Tell us who made the list.
Yeah. So I'm the order that I've got on my list here is in alphabetical order, but I'm going to start with the name that we were all kind of shocked to see go down. That was not One, especially because she was about right. It looked like she and Asuka were going to have a thing going. Is Kairi Sane? I was very shocked to see that because I really thought they were still had plans for her and we're going to use her in other ways. And nope, she's out of there. Two others that again I wasn't necessarily happy the way they used him, but the fact that they cut these two together was also kind of shocking to me. Was Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. The fact that they cut the two of them together, because the last time this all happened, they cut Aleister, but not Zelina. And, so each of them were in a separate company. So now it's kind of like, if they knew that, well, Zelina didn't know she was going to get cut because I saw the interview with her.
Well, remember the first time Zelina was managing Andrade?
She was Andrade at the time. Yes, that's true. So, yeah, that is a little surprising, but again, I'm like, they hadn't used Zelina well for a while, and that was sad because after her, was it Puerto Rico show?
That was her best part of her career.
That was the best. That was the best night of her career.
Put the women's U.S. title on her the night she broke Chelsea Green's nose, but that was the last time she was relevant.
Yeah, exactly. So then we have freaking the other team the team that I was very surprised of was Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, Motor City Machine Guns. The problem I have with this one is WWE has not known how to do tag teams for a long time. This is a leftover thing from the Vince era that they haven't gotten rid of yet. They are just not good with tag teams. And all like the Motor City Machine Guns, I was surprised to see them come in, but I was like happy too because it was like great fresh blood, new tag team that's been around for a while, that's made a name for themselves, that that knows tag team wrestling, and they just dropped the ball. They gave them a title run, maybe two. I can't remember.
The first night,
yeah. First night they won the titles, and then boom, they just didn't use them well after that. So
I don't follow WWE in that whole 100%. I think the Motor City Machine Guns, like, they're a great tag team, right? Like, and we do this a lot with like indie stars, indie legends and shit. We expect them to go and transition into a product like WWE and to just make it because we know them. But they did not resonate well with the crowd. Like, if you just watch their matches, their style of wrestling is not WWE formatted. Like TNA, they'll flourish. AEW, they'll do fucking amazing in AEW. But on a WWE platform, they're not selling merch. They're not getting over. The crowd. Can you tell me a night that they fought that the crowd was behind them? It's just not there. So I saw that cut. That cut wasn't a surprise for me at all. I saw that one coming for sure.
Vince would have changed their names if he was still there.
Yeah.
There
wouldn't have been a machine gun there.
It would have been the motor machines.
Yeah,
motor boats.
The weird looking face guys. I wasn't surprised either. They brought him in, they shot him to the moon, and then I guess the moon was made of green cheese and they got stuck in it. They just didn't do anything with them after that first title run. They I think I saw them in a gauntlet match, a tag team gauntlet match at one point. Other than that, they fell flatter and they played for a cat piss.
Yeah. So then the next few names on the list, I'll put them all together because they were one group. Bo Dallas, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Dexter Loomis, and Nikki Cross, all of the Wyatt Six. Now, this one is the one I kind of saw coming because I had high hopes for the Wyatt Six when they came in. I think I've said it before on other shows when they first debuted. I said they didn't do it right. What they should have done is Bo, instead of doing the creepy gimmick character, Bo should have just come out and been like, talked about family, talked about, what his brother meant to him, and then introduced freaking Eric Rowan right off the bat. Like, here's somebody that's family to me because he was family to my brother, kind of thing. And then just start bringing in all these guys without the weird gimmicks, without the supernatural. Bring them in, introduce them one by one, and then kind of transform them into the weirdness and kind of spookiness and make a little more, but not go so far into the supernatural. And they just jumped right into the Uncle Howdy stuff. And yeah, I was not surprised with this. Like, nothing has resonated well with the Wyatt Six since they started. It looked like it was going to work, and then it just went into the toilet. So,
Scotty, let me just say this. The one thing the Wyatt Six was missing was fucking Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Like,
the best part of the Wyatts are both dead. That was the best part of the Wyatts.
No,
Luke
seriously.
and Bray.
Yeah, seriously. And honestly, had they had a leader like Bray, the Fiend gimmick running it, the intricate dark storytelling, because again, the mind of Bray Wyatt wrote a lot of that cinema that we saw. And it's like, man, like that's what they're missing. Now, you said they started off wrong, but I don't believe that either. I think that Bo Dallas, when you watch the transition promos into Uncle Howdy, where he was out of mask and he's sitting there and you're watching him kind of get a little deranged and he's speaking from the heart, they could have made Bo Dallas a main eventer off of that momentum there. But when they switched it up, they gave him a little cheesier gimmick because they wanted to sell a little bit of merch, and then they softened it down a little bit. That's where they fucked up. But if they had let Bo Dallas eat, because again, Bo Dallas is not a great wrestler, but that was his best work. Like seeing him talk about the loss of Bray, talking about what it meant to him, like coming from seeing that dark side of him in that all black with the little leather glove on. I thought they should have just kept him without the mask, let him run as a satanic leader, and he could have done way better than the Uncle Howdy gimmick.
Are you telling me that this was better than Bo Leave?
Yes.
Yes.
He was over NXT.
He was well over, and in a lot of respects, and again, with all due respect to Bo Dallas and to Bray Wyatt, but I kind of would have loved them to revive the Bo Leave gimmick and put him with Joe Hendry, kind of put them as a team. The Bo Leave, that would have been kind of funny. But
don't do that to Joe. Listen, this thing fell flat immediately. I don't agree. I think it fell flat immediately. I think that the lead up into them debuting took too long. It was forever. Was all the different QR codes, and you got to try to figure it out. It wore us out pretty quickly. They came in super heavy with killing people in the back. Chad Gable, I think that we haven't seen Chad Gable since he got shot in the head. So they came in super heavy, but after that of killing everybody in the back, there was nothing. It really wasn't anything. So I think this thing was dead before it started.
Yeah, I agree.
And I love Big Red. I love Eric Rowan. And
it was another one of those gimmicks of where do we go from here once you book them?
Yeah.
I think Joe Gacy's a really good wrestler.
With the Fiend, they booked themselves into a corner. Yeah. And how did they get away from that? Oh, they bring Goldberg in to squash him.
Yeah.
Or they brought Roman in to squash him or something.
This is a good Halloween act, but once Halloween's over, it doesn't really mean anything, right? I mean, you put your ghosts and your goblins away after Halloween, except for my wife, who keeps them out all the way through Christmas. But again, I think that the whole Bray Wyatt thing, they should have just left it lay. They really should have. Bray was a special character. The Firefly Funhouse was a special thing. They should have just let it go.
Let it go.
I will say this. I am disappointed in myself for not going to Universal while they had the Wyatt Six haunted house. I didn't make it, and now I will never get to see it. Fuck my life.
Yeah.
But
somehow I think you're going to survive.
Yeah. So I'll run through these next few names. I'll run through these next few names pretty quickly, but other notable names that we lost were Alba Fire, Andre Chase, Apollo Crews, and Santos Escobar were the other notable names that we lost. Huh?
C,
yeah.
Escobar C.
That was the one also that did kind of surprise me a little bit because now, and of course they let him go while he's injured, which he was
injured. He came back and had to have surgery again because something was botched up in the surgery. Yeah. But supposedly he is going down to AAA, so he'll be fine down there.
Oh, so then why is he released from WWE? Because AAA WWE
Because
owns
AAA is a separate entity. They're owned by TKO, correct? But they're a separate entity. Just like these guys, they'll leave. They'll end up going to TNA, right?
Yeah,
you know, they're still.
Yeah. One other notable name was Zoe Stark. Is another one. But
that was the one that surprised me.
Still
I really liked Zoe Stark.
Yeah, Zoe Stark was good.
She had another cool finisher too, the Z360.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
the rest of the names on the list were names that were, I think, NXT or the
LFG.
What's the LFG?
Well, the one girl that just brought up from LFG, she won LFG, and they cut her
Tyra May Steele. Yeah. I was very shocked at that one because I was like, they just put her over and then they let her go. Like, what the heck?
Honestly, I expected that to be more. I was like, you would expect more of the developmental talent that's not cutting it or, they're seeing the vision with to be dropped first. Because it's like, hey, they have no notoriety. They don't have any history. They don't have a connection with a crowd. They're just up-and-comers that aren't cutting it. So I thought that was going to be a larger list than it was. But yeah, I wasn't disappointed in that either because it made sense. It's like, hey, we gave you this platform. We gave you the stage. You won the competition. And now you're moving on to the next chapter, but you're not moving forward, so.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's right call. Right call.
Yeah. But the last few names were Tyson DuPont, Tyreek Igwe, I guess is how you pronounce it. IGWE, Igwe. Tyra May Steele, Trill London, Serena Linton, Malik Blade, Dante Chen, and Chris Island. Oh, and the one other name,
Andre Chase.
Andre Chase. I said Andre.
Did you?
Earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Andre,
some of these people should be just happy that they were getting a paycheck all this time. Honestly.
The other name that was not necessarily surprising, but it was kind of like because they had finished up with the deal with him, Luca Crucifino from the Mafia crew.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's the names of everybody that was released. So again, some of them we were surprised by, some of them not. So, but it is what it is. Good luck on your future endeavors, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about some of these names is that they have an opportunity again to reinvent themselves and come back. This dude, Matt Cardona, right? He said, "Hey, anybody who's pissed off about being released, fucking do something about it." And
Chelsea said the same thing. Chelsea said the same thing. So there is a chance for some of these guys to show back up. They really could. They're going to be able to use that WWE monogram. While they're out on the indies, they're going to get a little bit more money than what they normally would get, and maybe one extra hot dog. So, good luck, Andre Chase, with wrestling in your sweater. So, all right, well, we're gonna get out of here. I wanted to do a game, Ricky. You were correct. We're not gonna have time.
Come on, man.
Have time. We're gonna get it in though. I swear we're gonna get it in. Here, cut them or keep them. I'm just gonna name some names. You guys can just yell out what you think. Cut them or keep them. Akira Tozawa.
Cut. Keep him. Cut him.
2 cuts, 1 keep. Okay. Angel and Alberto.
Cut.
AAA.
Cut them.
AAA.
Yeah. These are people, to me, I went through the list of that I thought should have been cut. Brutus Creed.
Keep him, actually. I think the
Creed bros.
Creeds are interesting. I think they could do something if they just give them a little more time.
I'm on the fence with them. Just it's that whole tag team dilemma.
Yeah. That's
like they don't put enough focus into the tag team division to justify some of the teams that they have. I don't know. I'm on the fence.
I like Brutus and Julius.
We need Hank and Tank.
I'd say give him another chance.
Yeah. Okay. Candice LeRae, Ricky. I've completely I knew where you were going, Scotty. We know you love her little pixie.
I love her too, but just
and her husband.
He got AEW with Ciampa.
Wait. Didn't they get cut?
Nope. They're still there.
I thought Gargano got cut.
Gargano's got pictures of Stephanie with a goat.
Yeah,
So.
Gargano's still on the roster page. I think he's still. I thought they moved him down to NXT.
They did for a while, but
Yeah,
why he was cursed or whatever.
Candice LeRae too is down there. Cruz del Toro.
Cut.
Yeah.
AAA.
I got a good one here. This is gonna be good. Ivar.
Oh.
They've been in from the War Raiders, right?
Eric and Ivar, yes.
They've been in AAA, so
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they'd be better down there for sure.
Especially after
Opa just killed them on Raw last month.
Yeah. Cut Joaquin.
He can go to AAA too.
Okay. 3 more. These are big ones. We love her, but she just doesn't win. Nikita Lyons.
Keep her.
Yeah.
She's fallen off since her knee injury.
Yeah.
She's gonna like go down to LFT. She just signed with them. She's gonna like basically start from the bottom all the way back up. And I think that she has the charisma, the in-ring ability. They just got to figure out a better package for her. And I'm glad they didn't rush her to push her to the main card, but she's definitely going to be there within the next year for sure.
Okay. Otis.
Cut
him. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's a big one. And we saw him on Monday Night Raw. And I thought for sure after we saw him on Monday Night Raw, Grayson Waller gets squashed. And I thought I'd be reading that on Tuesday that he was gone. Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
There is the potential for him to be a really like good chicken shit heel, but
we already have Austin Theory.
Yes.
We don't need 2 Austin Theories.
Yeah.
But we need one for each show. We need one for Raw and one for SmackDown.
No, our chicken shit heel is the Miz. The Miz is our chicken shit heel. So,
but Miz doesn't wrestle anymore. Like not like big matches, anyways.
He's too busy.
Neither is Grayson Waller.
That's also true.
What do you expect? He's cursed.
Yeah,
he's double cursed.
Yeah. So.
All right, well, that's good doing it here for Hardway Wrestling. Long show, an hour and a half, bro. Again, we're
can I do something? One last thing in
real
30
quick,
seconds.
Yes.
Me too.
Something I want to just bring up it's not completely wrestling related, but it does have wrestlers in it. I'd like to encourage everybody to watch the new American Gladiators on Amazon Prime if you've got it. I have watched the first 4 episodes. And speaking, because this ties into the
Boogs.
Yeah, Boogs is on there. Camille is on there. There's another Steel. I got to look up who he is. I can't remember, but he is a former pro wrestler. Again, Wardlow's on there. Great show. The editing's a little off for me. They're really hyping on the old 80s campiness of it, which is cool. A little too much editing for me, but overall, still a good show. Great fun if you guys remember, like anybody that watched the old 80s run and even the mid 2000s Hulk Hogan run of American Gladiators. It's very nostalgic. It's really cool to watch. So
I tried to watch it. I couldn't.
Mike Adamle and Larry Zonka back.
Yeah, I agree.
Zonka's dead, I believe, but Zombie Zonka? I'm in.
I wasn't sure if it was live or not.
Yeah. I tried to watch it and it wasn't great. I didn't much care for it, honestly.
I liked it. I'm enjoying it.
There's nobody on there that compares to Nitro Malibu, so I don't even want to hear it.
Well, it's true. It's true.
Go ahead, AK.
So, really quick plug, guys. I just want to give a huge shout out to my VIPs, and you guys might not know who they are, but I'll let you know now. It's Robbie Wade, for one. He's been out there wrestling in the Indies PPW. He's been working almost every weekend, just killing it, developing himself out there. Brandon Walker, one of the best referees in independent wrestling right now. He just had a 2-day training class with Mike Chiodo over the weekend. He came down to Florida. We got to spend some time together, and just to hear how enthusiastic he is about his future. If there's anybody who I want to see make it in all of wrestling combined, it's Brandon Walker, and I expect to see him on
the face.
Hey,
the only referee.
you deserve
Don't
it.
you have a picture of it?
I do on my wall. A moment of the year. It's my face and Brandon's arm.
He didn't punch you hard enough.
It looked like it.
And last but not least, very, very special shout out to Axel Crow. You guys have seen him around, one of the most creative characters out there. Just had a baby yesterday. Congratulations on the little crow, and the murder gets larger. So shout out to the VIPs. Love you guys. And that's all you got from AK today. I'm done now. I'm done.
All right, but that's gonna do it for Hardway. Make sure you go like and subscribe. We have an uptick in subscribers here the last couple weeks, or actually this last week was really good. So make sure you keep cruising. We're trying to get to 1,100 subs. So I appreciate everybody.
Well, we were at 11.
Again, what's that?
I thought we were at 11.
Are we at 1171? Maybe 11. So we're getting to 12. Whatever.
Very-
Just keep going.
Oh,
We just keep pumping up the numbers. I like to see it. It doesn't help us monetarily because we did not monetize at all. And even if we were monetized, as soon as we say fuck, it goes away. So big deal. We're
not getting paid?
Yeah, I sent your check already.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to pay you because you need to buy a better phone. All right. So all right. Again, thank you guys for joining us. We're on podcasts. We're everywhere. If you guys want to see us, we're on Twitter under Pizza Cutter News. If you guys want to catch us there, we are everywhere. We're everywhere. So AK's on the mend. He's coming back. He's training. He'll be back in the ring here momentarily. And Ricky will be back in bed here momentarily. And
Probably.
Scotty will
I'll be
playing
at
with his
the
action
buffet
figures.
momentarily.
I was going action figures, man.
Okay, well.
Doesn't always have to be fat jokes, bud. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you guys next time
On the hard way.
Peace.
Okay.